Hey people, what's going on? It's Jameel, and I'm in an interesting dynamic right now. In the last 2 or 3 days, I realized that this young woman, right, love of my life, man. Me and her have been going back and forth for a while, trying to co-create something, trying to decide what we want to do. Now, this is the most complex situation I've ever seen because this involves gang stalking. Both of us are on the other side of gang stalking, but from my perception, the gang stalking now is no longer a factor. And the family dynamic, I'm sure, has some play in it, but it's very small compared to what it was before. Apparently, she has more belief through her actions and through what I've seen her doing. She has more belief in me and her being together, and she has more doubt in us not being together. Now, again, majority of the time, it's very difficult for her to go through with the gang stalking stuff. I mean, she just doesn't want to do it. Like, I can see how she feels that I'm where her heart is, I'm where her love is, but at the same time, she has to do little stuff throughout the program, in connection with her family and getting through it. But I can see how it's getting frustrating. I kind of saw yesterday how her father's a good man, he's a wise man, but I kind of see how he's kind of frustrated with it. Like, he's just kind of like, if she doesn't do this stuff, then I gotta step in and do all this stuff, and there's so much belief she has in what me and her share, and we're not having open communication yet, though. There's no open communication. And what I realized is one thing, I wasn't even talking to her directly on YouTube until like a few days ago, right? And for the last 3 or 4 months, no matter who they pair her up with in the gang stalking program, she's never been able to actually come to me. Not in a direct sense. If she does, she has to have tinted windows and sunglasses, all this stuff. The only time she comes directly to me, if it's out of like more compassion, and I've seen her do it. She did it one time where we met at the railroad tracks, and she looked in my eye, and you could tell like she was just real excited about being with me. So her belief in the gang stalking program and her belief in all that is very small. Her belief in me and her being together is very large. Now, everybody else has the advantage. Everybody else, her family has open communication with her. The gang stalking program has open communication with her. Everybody in her life has open communication with her. And so I don't. But I still have a greatly strong effect. So if I was to have open communication, that'd be all I need. All I need with her is open communication. That's it. And the process of us getting to that point is coming close, because I had to see, I have YouTube, right? And I never directly talked to her. Once I started directly talking to her, she just kind of flipped. It just completely, grabbed her. And that's part of the process of open communication. That it started with that. That was the first form. Besides a sort of nonverbal communication me and her have been able to have, me talking directly to her on YouTube was like a gigantic leap, right? And how many times we can't just go off in nonverbal communication YouTube videos. We have to have direct communication. And again, I've seen how her belief in that direct communication seems far more stronger than her belief in the program. But she has to process through. She's processing through that doubt of what will happen. How will others view me if I approach Jameel directly? I think that's weighing on her, is she's concerned with the perception others will have of her. But as I have more belief in me communicating with her and more belief in her, she's having more belief in me. She's having more belief of her coming to me. And right now it's stronger than it's ever been. I mean, it's stronger than she introduced herself to me a few years ago, and we talked a few times. And right now, I've never seen it. It's like a very strong point of us wanting to be with each other and us having open communication. And I can tell she knows that I love her. And I can tell it's greatly affecting her. Like, when I see her, she doesn't look like she's with the gang stalking program. It's like she'll be in a car, but she'll look like she's standing right. It's just her body language. And so the open communication is going to manifest. What's really happening now is it's a manifestation timeline of how soon will it be. Will it be will it be? In a day, a week? How long will it be? And as I see, the gang stalking program wants to project out to me about how I feel about her, because if they're able to project out to me, then that'll make me project out back to her. And I don't do that. I don't project any doubt to her because I don't have any doubt in her. I don't have any doubt that me and her are going to be together. The only doubt I have is whether or not, it may be today or not. Like that's my doubt. So again, the gang stalking program is no longer a factor, and the family's perception of me has changed so greatly. Like I still really don't know how they feel about me, but I know they view me far different than they did before, and so right now it's at a tipping point. Again, everybody has the advantage. Everybody can talk. I have the strongest pull on her. The pull that I have on her now is greatly increased. It's increased drastically in the last week. It went from her doing little stuff that she didn't want to do. She still did it, and then the pull that I had cut that in half in the last week. In the last week, it's cut in half. So now, if I'm able to talk to her for a few minutes, imagine how deep the connection would be then. And so it's just a manifestation of that talking, of that open communication, whether it's on the phone or it's in person. I don't know, but it's gonna manifest. It's gonna manifest. It's gonna manifest because the energy's too. We're both going like this towards each other now, and so there's gonna be a manifestation because how can two people keep coming towards each other without something happening? So it's exciting, man. It's exciting to see. It's like I really want to see how it manifests.